Has South African tourist hotspot Jeffreys Bay been declared a refuge for tens of thousands of refugees?
Can a mixture of Jameson whiskey and garlic cure HIV and AIDS?
Can the Ndura fruit reduce toothache and pain?
And is this memorial poster of the Vanderbijl Park school crash victims real?
Welcome to this episode of What's Crap on WhatsApp. We're the voice note show that investigates the crap shared in your WhatsApp groups. I'm Andisiwe May from podcasting company Volume.
And I'm Taryn Corey from Africa Check, the continent's leading fact-checking organization. Let's get to it.
So Taryn, what's up first for today?
It's a message that's been sent to us numerous times by subscribers. It says that the ANC, South Africa's largest political party, has identified Jeffreys Bay and the surrounding areas as designated refugee camps for 120,000 Muslims fleeing war-torn countries.
120,000 seems like a large number of people for little old Jeffreys Bay.
Right? It's a small coastal town in the Eastern Cape province known for its surfing beaches and tourist attractions. Not only would it be unusual for a government to resettle refugees in such an area, but the figures are impossibly large when you consider that in 2025, South Africa only had 69,000 refugees in total to begin with.
So this would mean that for the message to be true, the number of refugees living in all of South Africa would need to almost double?
Exactly. And the number of refugees would be more than the total population of the Kruger local municipality, where Jeffreys Bay is situated. Just 100,000 people.
There's also no evidence for the claim. Neither the South African government nor the ANC has announced any plans to turn these areas into a refugee camp.
The message plays on prejudice and bias to stoke fear and hatred and amplifies its false claims. If allowed to spread unchecked, they may contribute to further hatred and even physical violence. So it's always important to check a message before sharing. Our next claim offers an unlikely cure for HIV and AIDS, garlic and alcohol. But not just any alcohol, Jameson whiskey. This is apparently according to a famous South African doctor known as Dr. Apiwe Magagula.
That's oddly specific. I see that it goes on to claim that HIV and AIDS attacks red blood cells, but drinking Jameson guards these cells. I'm sorry, but I have to call crap.
Oh, it's definitely crap. First of all, the human immunodeficiency virus attacks the body's immune system by targeting white blood cells, not red. And there's currently no cure for HIV. Treatment involves taking a combination of medications known as antiretroviral drugs. ARVs must be taken every day for the rest of the HIV-positive person's life. But again, these medications do not cure HIV. They work to ensure that the virus does not make copies of itself.
And taking this medication is important because untreated HIV can reach its final stage, known as acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, or AIDS. By the time HIV has progressed into AIDS, the body's immune system has become so weak that it can no longer fight off other infections.
In that sense, the so-called cure is actually counterproductive. Consuming a large volume of alcohol on a single occasion slows the body's ability to ward off infections, and regularly drinking too much can reduce the body's defense against infection.
That's right. And HIV-positive people are even more at risk, not just because their immune systems are already compromised, but also because heavy drinking can cause people to not adhere to their treatment properly. But wait, what about Dr. Magagula, who we see in the message posing in a white lab coat?
Well, a reverse image search of the photo led us to a stock photo website where the same image was found with the caption, "Happy Afro Man Doctor Portrait with arms crossed." There is no evidence that the man in the photo is a real doctor, a South African, or that his name is Apiwe Magagula.
Ah, the claim is crap. Next up, another health message claims that the Ndura fruit boiled and inhaled can alleviate toothache and that bathing in it will stop your body from itching. Now, the Ndura plant is poisonous, so claims about its uses need to be treated with care.
That's right. The fruit has traditionally been used to relieve toothache, and reviews of lab studies in test tubes found that the plant had anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. This means it can help reduce swelling that can cause pain and can fight bacteria.
But none of the studies mentioned inhaling steam from boiled ndurwa fruit as a method to treat toothache. And they warned that more studies were needed to ensure the fruit's efficacy and safety. But Taryn, what about using the fruit to stop itching?
Well, one medical article said extracts of the plant can fight off certain unhealthy microorganisms, such as bacteria and fungi, which could cause itching, but there is no evidence that bathing in boiled ndurwa fruit can treat itching. The proper treatment for itchy skin depends on the cause.
So the claim is partly crap?
Partly crap. While the fruit shows promise in terms of its health benefits and has been used traditionally, its efficacy and safety must still be proven through rigorous scientific research. Our last claim comes in the wake of a horrific vehicle crash in Vanderbijl Park in South Africa's Gauteng province on 19 January. A private scholar transport minibus reportedly collided with a truck while driving students to school.
The same day, a memorial poster began circulating online, claiming to show the learners. It includes what appears to be school portraits of 11 smiling children against a backdrop of a minibus crash scene, overlaid with doves, memorial candles, crosses, and South African flags.
But the children shown in the poster are not those who died in the crash, and it's unclear whether they are real at all.
The next day, the provincial government published a poster with the names, schools, and actual photos of the children who died on the day of the crash. When comparing the images, we saw that none of the portraits supposedly showing the victims on the viral poster matched the photos on the poster released by the government.
And even when just looking at the viral poster alone, several clues suggest AI tools may have been used to generate or manipulate the portraits. For example, some of the children strongly resemble one another, and they all show very similar facial expressions and skin complexion.
The lighting and background of the images are also very similar, which one would not expect in school portraits of a variety of children from different schools.
Exactly. These are all indications that one source image was used to generate several portraits, or that similar prompts given to an AI tool generated very similar images. The claim is crap.
The provincial government warned the public to be wary of wanting to gain likes on social media. This is another example of a claim that plays on emotions to gain wider reach, so always verify before sharing. That's all the time we have for today. Now you know what's crap and what's not.
Your friends and family can sign up for our show over WhatsApp. The number is 082-709-3527. Make sure to save us as a contact in your phone and send us a message.
You can find the show wherever you get your podcasts, from Apple to Spotify. If you listen there, you'll find show notes and a link to the fact checks. Our theme song is composed by John Bartman. I'm Andisuame.
And I'm Taryn Curry. Bye for now.